Hello, my viewers and my subscribers. I thank you so much for tuning in today. Today, I want to talk about love relationships within the dialysis unit. I have talked about this topic before, but it was years ago. And so I'm making a new video. All right. So today, we're going to talk about patient to staff relationships, patient to patient relationships, and staff to staff relationships. All right. So, first things first, patient to staff. The patient is there to receive dialysis treatment. They're there to receive professional care. And the thing is, I think by really setting into your heart and into your mind that notion, it will help you to better stay professional, okay, towards your patient. I don't want to, I'm not going to group patients in a certain category, but I would just tell you that patients go through a lot emotionally, mentally, as well as physically, and it is best to be professional as possible. All right. Let me tell you my experience. When I was a dialysis assistant, I would be on the floor a lot. Really, my duties was to make sure the water room was taken care of. And then I hit the treatment floor, looking at machines that are leaking, switching them out, troubleshooting machines. I could not even touch the machine when the patient is on. Only after the patient gets off was I allowed to touch the machine or service the machine or do whatever needs to be done, even prime the machine. During that time of getting my feet wet in dialysis, I'm going to be real clear with you guys and straight up with you guys. I did flirt, all right? There were some male patients that were like, hey, sexy, how you doing? What's up? Give me your number. Although I did not give my number out, I was very unprofessional, okay? Some patients would be like, come here, baby. Let me talk to you. I want to talk to you. Why are you running away from me, baby? Come here. So the thing is, I was extremely out of line. And I will tell you, there was this one particular patient, and he really was head over heels for me. He really liked me a lot. And I was very unprofessional with him. I was laughing with him. There's nothing wrong with laughing with your patient, but it was just a flirtatious manner. And it was a very flirtatious way. And I was spending after I would do, most of my work, I would always hit the floor, laugh with him. Hey, what's up, handsome, blah, blah, blah. And I would see the other techs, they would look at me, they was like, girl, you got a lot to learn. They would not be laughing at all, and I realized that their male patients had a lot of respect for them. And, they treated them in a better way, meaning like they wouldn't be saying, like inappropriate slurs to them. They were like, hello, good morning, Miss blah, blah, blah. Okay, you could stick me, you could put me on. How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. They were not unprofessional with the staff, and the staff wasn't unprofessional with them. All right. So I had to learn the hard way. Okay. No one really said to me, hey, stop flirting. Like cut that out. That's like not cool at all. Like stop that. No one really said that to me. I had to really learn the hard way. And I'm going to tell you what the hard way was. Once I became a technician and I wanted to go and cannulate those same patients, they did not want me at all. They did not want me. They did not want to be bothered with me. All right. So let me back up because there's a point I missed. Okay. With that particular patient that I was flirty with or whatever, a repercussion came my way. And the repercussion was when other male techs would come to work, or even if I'm dealing with another patient that's a male, he would get very jealous. And he would confront me about it. He'd be like, I see you was laughing a little too much over there with such and such. What's up with that? You know I like you, blah, blah, blah. And so it was getting out of hand. I was like, I had to take care of this patient and that one. He was like, that ain't no excuse. You laughing too much with such and such. That ain't no excuse. So what if you gotta take care of him? And so I tried to pacify it a little bit, like, oh, you a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? You a nice guy. You my favorite person to talk to. So I tried to pacify it, but he was not having that. And it got to a point when I became a technician, that first year as a tech, he did not want to be bothered with me at all. He said, I don't want you to stick me. I don't want you near me. I like you, but you don't like me. All of this type of drama thing that I created out of ignorance. So that's why I'm making this video. If you are doing this, stop. Okay? There's nothing wrong with laughing with your patient, but you take it too deep. You cross that line once you start flirting, or once that patient starts flirting with you, start hitting feelings for you, start bringing flowers into the unit, gifts into the unit for you, that is going to cause some issues. Now, like I said, this patient said, I don't want you no more. You can't stick my arm. I want such and such. Let somebody else come over here, man. You get away from me. Get away from me, yo. And I did not cannulate him. I did not stick him at all. And sadly, he passed away, and may God rest his soul. But that was an experience that was not good. Okay? It was not a good experience. But I learned a lot from it. And not only that experience I went through, I have seen even other techs reap a similar repercussion. Even in my book, The Wisdom Secret Diary of a Dialysis Technician, I have little stories in there that are just like the ones that I'm sharing with you. All right, so patient to staff is not really, like I said, to wrap that up, patient to staff is not really, it's not good to have love relationships with the patient within the dialysis unit. Some people have done it, and it has ended up in a big disaster. Let me explain. Let me explain. Okay, I'm not calling any names, but let me just say this. A patient liked this person a lot, this tech a lot. And so the patient was buying gifts, buying this, doing that for that staff. That staff was just receiving it. That staff was just loving it. Until that patient wanted something else. And I don't mean sexual. What I mean is this. The patient could be sitting outside and their tech causing somebody else. Now that patient is saying to the tech, hey, why didn't you call me in? But the tech is like, I had to put this other patient on who was outside before you. I can't just bring you in. I had to put on this other patient that was sitting outside before you. And so that patient goes to be like, after all I did for you, you mean to tell me you're going to bring in somebody else? And the tech is like, but you know how things work here. Like, you know that if, and the guy is like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I am here. You should have called in me. You should have called me in. So it now escalated. I done did this for you. I done did that for you. And you're going to call this person in. I need to get on the machine. You know, I got to go to work, yo. You know, I need to go here. You know, I need to go there. So it now takes a step up. Now you're at the level where you will be exposed. Maybe your teammates never knew you was receiving something from the patient, but they're going to know today. They're going to know then. And so the patient will go on to say, hey, this is what I did for you. This is what I did for you. And this is how you disrespect me. Let me talk to the manager. I don't want you anymore. And then it blows up into a horrible situation. Okay? So that's one of the reasons why it's very important to keep a professional boundary with the patient. Patient wants your number? I'm so sorry, such and such. I cannot give you my number because I want to remain as professional as possible. I'm here to provide a service to you. Okay? I don't want to become unprofessional. I cannot give my number out. I never give my number out to anybody in this unit. Oh, but it's between me and you. Nobody gonna know. That is a freaking lie, yo. It is. Because some patients even tell me they seen a patient and a staff together somewhere. And that staff never knew that that patient saw them. So what happens is that rumor carries back into the unit. You know what I'm saying? When you do wrong, you will always be exposed. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I've heard it. I mean, and I have went through it. Like one incident, like the guy I was just telling you about, who, you know, started getting loud and not good. Now, patient to patient. Let's move on to patient relationship. First of all, it's their business. If a patient likes another patient, it is their business. Okay? Every unit should have a policy. Well, I know the units I've worked for had a policy, a no-tell policy. Even if their partner, another patient, let's just say, even though this other patient that they like may have a deadly disease, you cannot tell that other patient, hey, your partner that you about to hook up with got X, Y, and Z disease, and I don't know if you want that. That is gonna get you in some serious trouble. Because the patient, I remember this patient telling me, he was like, someone in here told my business to this other person. And you know how I know? Is because this facility has all of my information. I never told any other patient my business. So I know it was a staff that leaked my business to this other patient. And that shouldn't happen. That's what he said. So, first of all, there's a policy in place that I know of where in the units that I have worked in, I don't know about you, but I know in the units that I worked in, there's a policy that says you cannot tell another patient someone else's business because you're violating a HIPAA law, something like that. All right? It's their business. Another patient want to date another patient, that's their business. Do not get involved. Because when something goes down or they break up, you're going to be to blame. I'm telling you. Moving on, staff to staff relationships. I have seen some good, positive relationships in the unit with staff, meaning two technicians may be together, but they may have had their relationship way before they got hired in the facility, and they keep it as professional as possible. You would not have never known they were together. On the other hand, I have seen some relationships that were disasters. I mean, disasters. Okay, I mean some serious disasters. Once the woman and the man broke up, forget it. Forget it. Everything, all the dirty laundry was out. Everything they did, even in the bed, was out in the air. The patients got wind of it. Teammates got wind of it. Even management. You don't want to be in that predicament. Honestly, today, there's someone that I have a crush on, but I can never make that move. I can't. I don't care what anyone says. Hey, it's just between me and you. Never. I can't. Maybe if you have and you're watching, that's your business. But I'm just saying, I can't make that move. Like, oh, I like you, I have a crush on you, blah, blah, blah. It's just really a professional environment. If you're looking at me and you're in a relationship within the unit, just keep it professional. That's all I'm saying. Don't tell all your business, and don't tell patients all of your business. Don't tell staff all of your business. Keep it professional. That's all I'm saying. So, to wrap things up, guys, patient to staff, like I said, is not a wise choice. It's not a wise decision. Some people even slept with patients. Okay, I have seen that. Staff sleeping with patients, that blowing up in the unit, the patient exposing the staff, that staff getting fired. I have seen that. Patient to patient, I have seen patients getting involved with other patients, and that's not my business, so I don't get involved with what they're doing or anything. I just let it be, okay, because I have a job to keep, okay? So that was my own heartfelt thing that I said, no, I'm not getting involved, because sometimes a patient will be like, well, does that other patient have anything I need to know of? And I say, you know what, I can't discuss that. I don't know. Like I said, staff to staff, I've seen some positive relationships, and I've seen some detrimental, drama-filled relationships. Okay, so all I'm saying overall is keep it professional, guys. Keep it professional, okay? Heart to heart, keep it professional, all right? Also, I have some short stories that talk about some of these things in my book, The Wisdom Secret Diary of a Dialysis Technician. Now, that book is going to really open your eyes, okay? It talks about everything. So, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video. Until next time, you be blessed.